Hi, my name is Gibran. Welcome to Unlisted Talk. Today we have Sam Malik once again with us, who's a spiritual healer, and he runs his channel by the name of Healed by Life. He also has the website, which is healedbylife.com. Well, anyways, here we are once again with another episode of doing chakra reading of characters, bigger personalities, leaders of the world. Today, as you know, it is Zelensky. Well, it does make sense. We've done a few before, but before we get into the topic, Sam, how are you?
I'm not very good, Shibran, for a change. I mean, the latest news coming out of the Ukraine conflict is very alarming.
Oh, yeah.
This character,
Huh.
Zelensky, has taken things to a level where Putin or Russia have decided to reciprocate with perhaps even atomic weapons. So we are on the brink of World War III. Some terrible decisions have been made about the Ukraine conflict. Very timely chakra reading of Zelensky.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. That's really scary news, and it raises a lot of eyebrows and questions. But let's find out who Zelensky is. Let's find out what the inner story is, because we all can read the news. We can all understand what's going on to an extent with the news that's publicly available. But understanding this character for who he is, what makes him, is going to tell you a little bit more about his role, his character, and eventually what contribution he has in all of this, and is he on the right side of the table or not. Well, so since my way of asking questions remains the same, it is to understand top down from a bigger perspective, narrowing it down to smaller semantical matters. Let me ask you this. Is Zelensky, who is he fighting this for? Does he have a higher principle, a bigger purpose? Is it aligned with the universal plan? Because since we talk about spirituality, or is it yet another character who's out there for worldly gains, make money, and push off on the side, and he has earned what he wanted to? Where do you place him?
Gibran, according to the chakra reading, his crown chakra, which is here, is totally blocked. He is not at all doing God's work. He's not even concerned. He's operating from personal attachments, ulterior motives.
Wow.
That's why I'm a bit nervous today. Not a good guy to be a world leader.
Shall we close the session? Because I think
So there's always hope, because there is a divine. For as long as there is a divine for even some of us, there is always hope. So
that's
the divine,
true.
Higher principles, higher powers, things beyond our imagination, collectively are known as the divine. And there is a divine for me. There is hopefully a divine for you.
It is.
So we will hope for the best till the last second.
That's actually true. People like us, we live on hope. Otherwise, the way things are so scary, and one wonders. But let's push this topic a little forward and see. Since it's about the Ukraine Russia war, which is not exactly just about Ukraine and Russia. It's about the whole world. It's a global thing. Alliances step in. The West is a party, and the NATO alliance and all that stuff people know about. Zelensky, has he thought through about this war? Is he being smart about it? Does he see this going in his way? Or was it a hasty decision? Maybe it looked like it would be something of a success for him, but things are not working around his way anymore. How do you look at it from his standpoint? Because you've done the chakra reading a couple of days ago, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
So, yeah.
So, Gibran, this war is being fought for ulterior motives. It has not been thought through. So we have two intellectual processes for the third eye chakra possible. One is your intellect, and there is no intellect being used here. There's just greed and power hungriness being used here. And then the other process we have, which is the spiritual process, is intuitive knowledge, being connected with a wider consciousness, the network of humanity and our intellect and other spiritual creatures. And Zelensky is cut off from that. He's cut off from the divine, and he's cut off from consciousness. So if he were to do something good for humanity, it would be a pure coincidence. I don't think he has the intellect or the desire to think of the greater benefit of anybody.
So you're saying essentially he's doing it all for himself, absolutely personal material gains.
Tough to answer this question. I think he's a puppet. I think he does not need to use his mind. I think he's not a decision maker at all. I think this entire thing is a farce on his end.
Okay, well,
Okay, sorry. Let me backtrack a bit. I apologize. This is very harsh, but this is what the chakra reading is telling me. This is not a personal analysis of the situation. I have not really followed the war or anything of the sort. This is what the chakra reading is telling.
Man, I completely understand what you're saying, and of course this is not your personal opinion, and we try to keep our personal opinions to ourselves as much as we can, especially about when there's chakra readings involved. However, we do have our own personal opinions about other matters, but we'll keep those away for now.
Because we are in this area, Gibran. His sinuses are heavily infected, so he is surrounded by people who constantly irritate him. He's not happy with the people around him. He does not have a great relationship with his immediate family. There are all kinds of disorders, and he's not allowed to speak the truth. By whom? I don't know. Is it self-imposed censorship? I don't know.
No, but if you say that he's a puppet, then of course there are other bigger players involved in the game, and we do see that. Correct. It's not something we are just assuming at this point. It is quite evident. So it depends on how big a role is he playing. Is he just a front man, or is he a front man with major participation? Because what meets the eye in the optics world it can be different from what the reality is on behind the scenes. So
all right, the spiritual clues I'm receiving are that he is some kind of a prisoner. He is being coerced into all of this against his will, against his own morality, but he has decided to play along.
Oh, wow.
So that's the kind of intuitive knowledge I'm receiving about this man. That he's being manipulated into doing this, blackmailed into doing this. They dangle carrots in front of him for future rewards.
Well, then I don't see this character bringing about or manifesting peace in some which way. Even if his hands are tied, but his heart's not in the right place, his entire contributions are going to be against the betterment of the world at large. How do you see that?
Well, spiritually, he is not aligned with the universe, with the divine right now, and all he can manifest are lies and ugliness, and that's his function right now, right? But like I said before, he is not the main player. He's pretending to be. I think even his power position has just been handed to him. He's an actor. He is. And his ability to manifest something, his personal ability, is quite limited because the man has no power.
So let's put it this way. I'm going to create a chessboard here for you, and I'm going to create a scenario. So let's say this character, Zelensky, is coerced into doing things he did not want it to. Now he finds.
Right.
Okay, yeah. What? Let me just set the stage right first. And with that parameters at hand, now he has a choice. He cannot be a global player, but he can now, because he is forced into this war, so he has love for his people. That's one tangent. The other is that he stepped into this war, or be coerced into stepping into it, with the idea of hatred towards the Western, what you call opponents, which is hatred for Russia, say for instance. Which one of the two do you think is more equitable in this scenario? Is it still out of love for his people that he has to carry on with this to defend them? Or it is a matter of aggression and hatred towards the other parties?
So currently Zelensky has love for nobody except himself. Not even his family, nobody around him. He has no loyalty. He is operating out of hatred. I don't know if it's hatred towards Russia or something like that, but his motives are not pure, and his actions are not based in love. He's far from love because the guy is in a lot of pain. He himself is experiencing so much emotional pain right now that he does not have the energy or the ability to love someone. So, I don't know, that's what I read.
Then he should go back to being a dancer, you know. I mean, maybe that's what brought him joy. And I mean, this is on the lighter note.
Well, Gibran, he's still dancing to the actions which somebody else is dictating right now.
It's a war dance.
He's still a dancer. It's a war dance. Yeah, and I'm scared. It's not,
So, love versus hate, it's more skewed towards hatred, or primarily hatred. No sign of love. Not even love for his family, his immediate people, his inner circle. They are irritating him.
Not really. I mean, he's also suffering from anxiety right now. And I don't see much love.
You know, Sam, we are 12 minutes in, and you have kind of created a sketch where I don't feel like continuing because I'm kind of losing hope in this guy. But
there's more to come, Gibran. But it's worse than what you and I have discussed.
Let's hear it all then. Well, let me just put it this way. Then define for me who Zelensky really is. Who is this guy? Is he really a leader? Is he just a puppet? Is he a wolf in sheep's clothing? Is he really got for this job? Is he going to really do something? Could this be? I mean, I've got tons of questions, frankly, but define who Zelensky is for me then.
Okay, Zelensky is a nobody. He is an actor, and he has been coerced into or bribed into, playing this role. This is the greatest acting role of his career so far. If my readings are not wrong, then I think Zelensky himself does not know who he is, because, Gibran, I think Zelensky is not sober.
What? What does that mean?
Yeah. What that means is that he is on drugs. I don't know if they are prescription drugs or entertainment drugs or whatever you want, psychedelics or whatever you want to call it. His liver is busted. So probably an alcoholic, but the liver can be damaged through other diseases as well. But regardless, whether it's alcohol or other diseases, the guy is very angry. He's always angry. He's really bitter. He's very stubborn. He's, and he has severe stomach issues as well, which means that he doesn't even know how to place himself in society. he's Mr. President, but he's really not the top dog, and he's bullied. He is manipulated, like I've said before. So this guy is clueless about who he is, about what it means to be a human being.
What the hell, man?
Yes.
Very sad. Is he himself at least? I mean, I clearly understand that he has some identity crisis right there, but tell me if he is possessed. I mean, to that extent.
Yes, he is. He's definitely possessed. There are parasites invading his body. So yes, Gibran, there is something dark surrounding the guy. He indulges in the occult arts, the dangerous ones, or has done so in the past, if not right now. And remember the conspiracy theory we talked about, the reptilians manipulating you? I don't know if the reptilians are real or not. I have no proof for that. But if you ever want to see the end product, the possibility of an end product of reptilian possession, then here it is. This is the guy.
Oh, man.
I'm saying that without a confirmation.
Sam, but
reptilians.
This is so bizarre, This guy doesn't look like... I mean, okay, fine, decisions one side, but you look at a person, I mean, at least a commoner like me or an ordinary person like me looks at him and you don't get that vibe of Zelensky being all this. I mean, he's a cute little poodle, He's a short, nice guy, sweet looking.
That's right.
And he looks harmless in a way. Of course, he has to make certain decisions for his country, but all this, it doesn't show.
The one thing to his advantage and towards our disadvantage is that we don't speak the language he speaks, right? So no matter what he says, we can't gauge whether he's smart or a fool and whether he means what he is saying, or we can't catch the nuance. And the Western media, particularly in regards to this war, is so lopsided in their opinion.
Well, it's always been a controlled narrative, It's always been that way.
Yes, and the other side is Russia is totally censored, and the narrative is this time they are very clumsy with the narrative as well.
Why do you think
not well thought out?
Why do you think we ask you all these questions? Because we don't have access to the fair balance of the narrative. We only see one side, one aspect being pushed. This is the curiosity that drives us to people like you to give us some sort of insight.
I want to say something here. I'm taking this particular reading a little bit personally also, because I'm always on the side of the underdog. And I thought Ukraine was the underdog. Putin had attacked innocent people and was trying to expand the Soviet empire. But after this reading, no, that's not the truth at all. I don't know what the truth is. I have no rational explanation of what I am saying. But I intuitively feel we have been lied to, and that is not the case. The truth is a little dark and a little disturbing. And because it is so dark and disturbing, and we are so far removed from the truth, the manifestation can only be ugly.
Man, that's a heartbreak for me right there,
Me too, because I've always, in any conflict, taken the side of the person or the group that has been attacked.
True.
And so on and so forth. So here we are, Gibran. It's heartbreaking for me as well.
You know what it seems like to me is Ukraine is just yet another small battleground for other forces.
Yes.
Not even Ukrainians, actually.
No, not the Ukrainians, but and not just Putin and America.
Yeah.
It's not just Russia and America. There is a bigger agenda here. but not a good one. It's a
I think
motivated
all these countries that are engaged and involved are just collateral damage to a different motive altogether on a very higher level, I believe.
Gibran, when you use this word, I immediately realize something, that in any given war, when country A decides to go to war with country B, country A has already decided that its entire civilian population is collateral damage. So this
Horrible.
decision of going to war is, sacrificing your own population for a cause which will benefit
The remaining leftover population.
the survivors. I'm not really sure about how this process works.
I don't even think that these countries decide themselves whether to go into a war. All what we see apparently, that what meets the eye is that they have reasons to defend themselves or attack another country is for their sovereignty. But I don't see any of that happening anywhere, actually.
Gibran, I think once we are done with these character studies of people, we should do an episode on war and
Let's do that.
Spirituality and its psyche, and and we should explore that conversation.
Okay, back to Zelensky. We'll do
Yes.
we'll do that, and I think that's already something you and I discussed earlier as well at some point months ago. Tell me something about Zelensky's childhood. Do we see anything happening right there which has probably created a personality like him, who is not in control but is ripe for the powers to use such a character? What made him so special to choose him as a puppet? So
I think you said it earlier. He's a cute little harmless looking man and an actor, and that's the propaganda face they were looking for. So that was his qualification. As far as his personal life is concerned, the body is riddled with trauma, unresolved trauma from childhood till now. Mentally, he's a mess. He's had terrible episodes of depression and whatnot in the past. He's not clear-headed. He's heavily influenced by emotional decisions. Unstable guy, greedy, miserly. You name it. It's all there. And by the way, all the things that I'm saying to you, it hurts me to say them because they are spiritual disorders. They are diseases. And I'm not making fun of Zelensky, but I wish he had the opportunity to heal himself, or will have the opportunity in the future, and to resolve his life and all the trauma that he has experienced.
Wow, man.
His personal relationship with even his wife is not very good. I don't know what to say. There's nothing good going on in this guy's life.
Man. I don't know what to ask anymore, frankly. I think it's been just kind of a little disappointment for me. I thought maybe there was something good somewhere. But you didn't mention about his childhood. Anything there?
Yes, a lot of trauma, like I said.
Okay, a lot of
There's
trauma.
several trauma knots in up and down.
His
body.
relationship with parents, wife, immediate family, children, element of love, heart chakra is blocked.
No.
You mentioned
all blocked, all not good. A lot of conflict.
We've done characters where at least if they had some problems, they had the other chakras working just fine. But this guy, how is he even surviving? How is he alive? I mean, that's really bizarre.
Yes, all his chakras are blocked. Total misalignment with the universe, consciousness, with the divine, with any higher principle.
Man.
And Gibran, I'm sorry, I was, like I said to you, I was initially on Ukraine's side, but after this reading, I'm very disturbed. So perhaps my answers are a little short.
I completely understand.
And also this news about the rumor that now we are on the brink of World War III, and Zelensky had a role to play in that. That's going to affect all of us.
I think I'm going to look at Zelensky as a separate character entity than Ukraine. I may have to draw that distinction right there.
Of course. Absolutely. Ukraine is full of fantastic, lovely human beings.
Anywhere, yeah.
And this guy does not deserve to represent them. He does not even share Ukrainian values. That's my intuitive reading.
Okay, well, last thing before we go, if there's something more you want to say, because I believe you've done organ readings as well, since you were mentioning that. Yes. Is there anything that
I've been throwing them in there, So one of the organs which does not need to be mentioned, but which tells me that he has issues with his father, with patriarchy, with being a man. He has manhood issues.
Hold on. Being a man?
Yes, being a man. But a lot of men do. They have, issues regarding their masculinity and things like that.
But they're not presidents.
Okay. We haven't done so many of them. But yeah, this guy, so there's that element as well.
Wow, Sam, you just blew my mind and you've confused the crap out of me, and hope somewhere where I'm not right now. But my best for the people anywhere in the world, regardless of the geographic lines that we've drawn, that we call countries. It scares me, the idea of world war or even war it scares me in a way, which is I see that element of love being attacked from that point of view. I don't know what to say, but thank you, Sam. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing the insights.
Well, there's one last thing. One last thing we should discuss.
Stage is yours.
Earth Chakra. This guy is petrified right now.
Oh?
He is absolutely disconnected with the Earth plane. He has no understanding of what life on this planet means. He is forget about nature and all of that. The environment and things like that are remotely of no interest to him. And on top of that, he's petrified of being alive right now.
Oh man.
Really, really scared.
So this situation is scary for me. I don't know how this guy is.
If the world leader who's taking you into World War III and is supposed to lead you is scared, then
that's a point.
Look at the state of affairs.
Maybe we're just sheep and the shepherds are dumb people.
Well, the shepherds may be intelligent and selfish, and they might have their own agendas. So, in conclusion, I would like to say that Zelensky is one of the sheep. None of this is his doing, his intellect.
That I agree. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Okay, well, thank you, Sam. Thank you for being with us, and it's a pleasure to talk to you every single time. And
thank you, Gibran. But hopefully, the next one will be more positive. I need time to recover from this reading as well.
I know, man. Even me, I think I'm just gone to go undercovers now. Okay. Well,
we'll both pray for world peace.
Of course.
And for humanity.
Of course. Goes without saying. Well, ladies and gentlemen, people who are watching and who are not watching and might watch this video later, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you get notifications once we make the video, and we would appreciate if you have any questions or participation or contribution, or you'd like to say anything, do mention in the comments and we'll be more than happy to entertain them. Also, we'll be doing a couple of more personalities till we divulge into other topics as well. Next up, I believe, Sam, you and I discussed, is going to be IK, Imran Khan, the ex-Prime Minister of Pakistan, former cricketer. And let's see what that leads us to.
He's been in jail for more than a year, and it'll be a very unusual reading.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, till our next episode, you take care of yourself, hang in there, and bye-bye.